Okay, so this is probably my favourite vegan recipe, but I don't make these because they're naturally vegan and naturally gluten-free. I make these because they taste delicious. Delicious on their own as a snack, or serve them with rice or with the dipping sauce or with a tomato masala. Let me know if you want the masala recipe in the comments. Only a few ingredients, here goes. You'll need 400 grams of potatoes and about 700 grams of cauliflower, which is equal to about half a big cauliflower. First peel and then grate the potatoes using the coarse setting on your grater. Using a clean cloth, squeeze as much liquid from the grated potatoes. I ended up with about a tablespoon. Discard the liquid and place the grated potatoes into a bowl. Now grate the cauliflower. I find it easier to cut the cauliflower into manageable size pieces to grate, and I try to grate as much of it as possible. The tough core piece I discard because it's too tough to grate. I believe you can also buy cauliflower ready rice these days, which would make this dish super easy to make. Then into the bowl place the rice cauliflower with the potato. And next I add 1.5 teaspoons of turmeric powder, 1.5 teaspoons of onion powder, 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder, and 2 teaspoons of salt. I give it a little gentle stir, and now it's time to get my hands dirty. You'll need about 1 cup of besan flour, which is also known as chickpea flour. Using your hands, put 1/3 into the bowl and start squeezing and lifting. This process takes a few minutes. I've fast forwarded the video. You'll probably think to yourself that there's no way that this is going to form into balls, but trust me, it does. Keep squeezing. After a couple of minutes of squeezing and massaging, add the second third of a cup of besan flour. Squeeze, massage, lift. Then the final third, squeezing more. If the mixture forms into a ball without falling apart, it's ready. If it's not forming into a ball yet, add a little more besan flour and keep squeezing, but be careful not to add too much. 1.5 cups would be the maximum. Today I only used 1 cup. Roll the mixture into little balls, not too little, not too big, just a Goldilocks size, similar to what I have here. I ended up with 2 plates full, about 24 balls. Heat some oil on the stove. I'm using rice bran oil because it has a high smoke point. If you're not vegan, ghee would be amazing. But for me, it's a little expensive to use all this much. You can totally deep fry the kofta balls and add more oil, but I find that this amount is enough. You can use a bigger pan, but I find it more economical to use a small pan and just cook them in batches. After a few minutes, test to see if the oil is hot enough by dropping a little mixture into the pot. If it starts to sizzle, it's ready. My heat was on moderately hot, not full bore, but enough to keep the oil hot and bubbling. Gently place the balls into the hot oil and leave it for a couple of minutes. Try not to overcrowd the pan. Then very gently turn them over. Cook them for a couple more minutes and then turn them over and repeat. They take about 6 to 8 minutes to cook and they will puff up a little. When they're golden brown, using a slotted spoon, remove them from the oil and place them on a clean cloth or paper towel to drain. Then cook your next batch. These are super yummy. They're naturally vegan, naturally gluten-free, easy and inexpensive to make. Thanks so much for watching. See you next time.